Welcome back to Just a Pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
And we're going to be doing a couple of videos about the NFL Draft. This first video we're doing is about 10 players, 10 quarterbacks who we would pick in order from this year's draft and the past 3 years' drafts.
So 2019, which will be this year, to 2016.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go first. My 10 quarterbacks is Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, Deshaun Watson, Jared Goff, Dwayne Haskins, Dak Prescott, and Mitch Trubisky.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to go into detail why I picked those 10. I think Patty's the most talented quarterback out of these this list. And he's won the MVP, so you can argue he's most accomplished as well.
Yeah.
I think Baker's really close to number 2. I think Baker's probably going to end up being a better quarterback, more accomplished than Patty, but I just think Patty's more talented. K1, Kyler Murray, he's number 3. I think, especially if he goes on the Cardinals, I think he's going to change the league in a way. Because the thing about Michael Vick, he's kind of living with my comp is a better Michael Vick. Michael Vick wasn't really accurate, and Kyler Murray is really accurate, and he can throw the ball, maybe not as far as Michael Vick could, but he's almost as fast as Michael Vick, and he's definitely a good thrower of the football. My only worry about K1 is his size, and his demeanor is a little weird as well. All right, number 4, Carson Wentz. I would have him higher. I would probably have him number 3 if his injury problems is just really worried me. But when he's healthy and playing well, he's an MVP type player.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold, I still have a lot of confidence in the guy. He showed me a lot last year. His command of the offense, him able to recognize defenses and change plays is really amazing for a rookie. And he's really mobile and he's fairly accurate and has a good arm. Just his issue with me is turnovers. He seemed like he's fixed this fumbling problem that he had in college, but those interceptions really do worry me. So he's 5, and I'm kind of probably being a little generous, honestly, with him. Deshaun Watson, the reason why I don't have him a little higher is injuries as well.
Yeah.
And he didn't really play well in a playoff game. That kind of really soured my opinion a little bit of him. 7 is Jared Goff. I think he's a good quarterback, but in the Super Bowl he really didn't play well. I think his ceiling's not super high. I think he's like a better Matt Ryan. I think that's kind of his ceiling. Dwayne Haskins is number 8 for me. I think he's a really good quarterback. He has a really good arm, accurate, really smart. He takes what the defense give him, but he's not very mobile. So that's kind of what I'm worried about with him. Dak Prescott, I'm not a big fan of him, but I still think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a better quarterback than the other guys on this list. Mm-hmm. And Mitch Trubisky is my number 10. He showed me a lot this season, but he's still not that good of a quarterback in my eyes. Only reason I didn't have Josh Rosen because still don't know about him. And Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson is just, I love Action Jackson to death, but he's still not a very accurate quarterback, and Josh Allen is pretty much the same. He just throw the deep ball, about it. So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say.
Yeah, so my number 1 quarterback I got is Baker Mayfield. My number 2 is Patrick Mahomes. Number 3 for me is Carson Wentz. Number 4 will be Kyler Murray. Number 5, I got Jared Goff. Number 6, I got Deshaun Watson. Number 7, I got Mitchell Trubisky. Number 8, I got Lamar Jackson. Number 9, I got Dwayne Haskins. And number 10, I got Dak Prescott. Alright, so I think Baker's number 1. I'm kind of in the same boat as Adam. I think I have a feeling that Baker might be a little more accomplished than what Patty Mahomes is going to be in the future. At least, I hope so. That's our boy. So I wish him the best. But I do, man. I just think he's just his mentality, and I tell people this all the time is he has a great mentality to have in sports.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of a Russell Westbrook type of mentality, but on a football field.
Yeah.
And if you have that type of mentality mixed with athleticism, mixed with you willing to learn and be wanting to be the best at what you do, he has it. Baker has it in my eyes. I think he could be a Pro Bowler. I think he could be a Super Bowl winning quarterback, especially with the team they got now. So I think he could be literally one of the best quarterbacks in this league if he just keeps on the right path. He can, thank God, please stay off the injury list and, just keep on the path of, where he wants to be, which is great. I know that. So if he does that, then yeah, he's number one in my eyes. Number two, Patty, absolutely, dude. Like, he's MVP. His well, I wouldn't say rookie year, but it was pretty much a rookie year. It's his first start, so to be a starting quarterback. So in my eyes, I think I still consider that being a rookie. So, pretty much won the MVP on a rookie season, and making ridiculous passes. Not even looking, and switching on the hands and flip. I mean, that's just pure talent, man. And I think he can actually be on the same level as Baker. He just you just got to have that type of mentality to want to learn, and I'm pretty sure he does. So I got Patty at number 2. I got Carson Wentz at number 3. I kind of like, you can of course just throw it out the window, but I'm kind of putting for this list in. This is just a hypothetical list anyway. So I'm kind of putting these injuries aside. Like, I wouldn't say they didn't happen, but I'm just basing these guys off of what they did when they're healthy and at their best. So I got Carson Wentz at 3, man. I thought Carson was going to be good, but I did not think he was going to be what he was. That I want to say his second year of his career, man, it was just outstanding.
Yeah, he would have won MVP if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, he was just on his right. That's what I was about to say. He was on his path to becoming the MVP of the league. So he was just on an absolute tear, and unfortunately he got injured. So I put him at number 3. And like what Adam says, I think if he can bounce back, could keep a continuous career where he's not getting banged up so much, I think he could potentially be right back where we thought he was in the second year, and I think he could be a great quarterback. Kyler Murray got number 4, and the reason why I got him number 4 and not higher, 3 or 2, because that's the thing, you never know. These are guys that are undrafted. We didn't get to see or not drafted yet, and we haven't got to see what they've got yet. So, but still, I think Kyler Murray could potentially be great. It's crazy to think, but we might be heading in the future where the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL are, Sooners. So, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome to see. We get to see 2, Sooner quarterbacks battle it out, in their generation. That'd be awesome. So, I think Kyler Murray has the potential. He has a rocket for an arm. He has, you think he's Speedy Gonzalez on the field when he runs. I think he's really accurate on the run. So the one thing that bothers me is in big game situations, which I'm talking about the Texas game that he played in. It kind of worried me when he got pressured in his face and he kind of folded, but he came back and looked strong. So that's why I got him that high. Jared Goff, I think he's if he stays on the path, he could be a really solid quarterback. I don't know about great. I'm not going to go that far yet. I don't know that yet, but I think he's going to be a really solid quarterback if honestly, I like the scheme that he plays, that the Rams play with him, is that play action, and he's really good off of that. So if he continues that, I think like I said, he could stay up there in that 4 or 5 list. Deshaun Watson, I got at number 6. I think he would be a little bit higher if he was a little bit of a better decision maker on the field. Sometimes there's times he kind of panics and throws the ball up there when he doesn't need to. But for the majority of the game, he's on point. He tries to hang on. That's what I like about him too. He can run, but he's always looking to pass first, and I love that about him. So I got him at number 6. I got Mitch Trubisky at number 7. I'm a little higher than him on Mitch Trubisky. I really like Mitch Trubisky. I think he could potentially be a really good quarterback. Once again, I don't think I would say great yet, but I think he has potential to be a really good quarterback, possibly even a Super Bowl winning quarterback, because that team is nasty. So the Bears is nasty. So that's my number 7. And real quick, we're gonna take a little break for this camera cuts on us. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, you guys. All right, so my number 8 pick is Lamar Jackson. Once again, he's kind of another quarterback that is very, very talented, could be a very, very solid quarterback. It's just he's not, great at throwing, and as years progress, we'll just have to see. Last year he just ran the ball a ton, threw the ball every now and then, and just that was kind of their formula, is just run the ball with them and play read option. And he was that was the thing, is just he was predictable, but he was still really hard to stop. So that's what makes him a super athletic, talented quarterback. Like I said, if he gets his throwing down and could be really accurate and not make bad decisions, and can continue to be the running quarterback it is, I think he could be up there with the Carson Wentz's and the Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, to me he has to get his passing down. He can't just be a running quarterback, or he's not going to make it far in this league, unfortunately. So that's why I think, like I said, I got him so low. I think I would have Lamar Jackson up in the 5 to 4 range if he could throw the ball, and he's a little bit better at that. But you never know, he could be great. So number 9, I got Dwayne Haskins. I almost didn't even have him on the top 10, but I like him over. What's his name from the Jets?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, thank you. I don't know. I'm just not sold on Sam Darnold, so I just threw him in there. I think he has a potential to be a great quarterback. He has an absolute cannon for an arm. He's pretty good at throwing on the run. I'm kind of in the same boat. That's why he's not very high on this list for me. And like I said, I almost didn't have him because he's just not great with his legs. And unfortunately, that's kind of what you got to be in this league when you're a quarterback. There are exceptions that there ain't mobile quarterbacks. For the most part, though, they're these new generation of quarterbacks. You got to kind of have some wheels, and you really don't have the wheels. So I think it's going to hurt him a little bit. But you never know. He might just rely on that rocket arm and get those deep balls. But my number 10 is Dak. My problem with Dak, and I think he would be higher on this list, if he was more consistent. He is very, very inconsistent. He gives you more bad games than he does good. And that's the thing, that's what itches my skin about him, is when he has when Prescott has really good games, and majority of the time they win those games. So when he's on his game, normally his team wins and they're on their game. So he's just very inconsistent, especially when it comes to his passing and his passing decisions. He kind of, at times, just kind of hesitates, and at that point, you pretty much get sacked. And that's one of my biggest problems, is if you're going to be a quarterback and be a great quarterback in this league, you got to be a good decision maker. You make bad decisions, more bad decisions than you do good, then you're not going to be a good quarterback in this league. So I really hope he does turn around. That's my father's favorite team, so I kind of root for him. So I hope Dak does turn out to be a little bit better than we're seeing him. But right now, from what it shows, he's just an alright quarterback. He could be really great if he could just be a little more consistent. If he could be a little more consistent, he could be a pretty damn solid quarterback. But he has to fix that issue. And of course, it's you got all the pressure on you being a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. So I understand it, but at the same time, you got to step up, man. So, but yeah, that was my list. I'm pretty happy with that list, and yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Write your guys in the comment section down. Write your guys' top 10. We love to see your guys' answers. You guys might have a totally different opinion than ours, but yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.